Hey, what a beautiful day, huh? So I'm not sure what the first thing you notice about this room is. When you look at it, I'm not sure how much you can see with the camera. But this is not how, of course, the room started. So, not at all. So here's start here. And you look at this window, and of course, I don't know if you can see the stain. You probably go, oh, why didn't I clean that window? As soon as you can't clean it. It's been etched in there. How did that happen? And, why is that window like that? It's not the original trim. The trim's not original. Part of it is, but look how odd that is, right? And the floor, I don't know if you can see the floor. Wow, what happened? What happened to the floor here? Look at this, you can see some damage here. I refinished it all. And they installed, a heater, attic heater. This is a long time ago, probably 30 years ago. Because, I don't know if you do this, but you cannot sell a house, at least in San Francisco, unless it has heat. Okay? You just can't do it. But the heater never worked. It worked. It turned on. It had this little, but you could not heat up the house. It was impossible. You could have it on all night long, and it would not raise the temperature at all. Nope. But they tried, right? They installed insulation in the attic, right? They got the heater in there, but it didn't work. No, there was really, as I it's been 26 years now that I've lived here. I did all the work in the house myself, inside and outside. So I've learned a lot. And there was nobody that helped these people out. It was just a bunch of people that did everything they could to make these lives totally miserable. The people that lived here. Okay, before me. And then it continued on to me. That's why it's important to know, what is going on. Because I bought this house as is, could not talk to the people or know what was going on at all. And it was open for 2 days. You're right. So, right after I moved in, the front of the house started deteriorating. And I'm like, wow, that's weird. But they had the wrong trim on there anyway, and I was going to replace it. So I eventually got a scalpel with me out there, and I fixed it. Show you. I redid the whole inside and outside of the house. But you can see how damaged it is again. And this is the outside. You can see how it's just poured. And it's on the stairs too. All the stairs in the front of the house. Yeah. And the only people that get up there would be, this neighbor, or this neighbor over here. They actually installed a deck right outside so they can get right onto my roof now. It's quite a problem. Okay, so what happened was, of course, here, I'm gonna show you the temperature right now. So temperature now is 76 degrees. This is the heater. I never use it. It actually works though, works really well. It's a gas powered insert. Cost, I don't know, about $3,000. But I never need it because what I found was there were holes everywhere. Huge. We're talking holes. Air was just flowing through here. And nobody ever fixed it. Every person they hired made it worse. Okay? They would install cabinets and they'll leave gaping holes behind them in 3 places. And from the outside, these windows, I've said before, see, they were nailed. So there was a gap on all the windows. Not these were, this one here. I actually had to put straps because it wouldn't close. So I had it actually screwed in right now. But to place, I'm gonna have to take this window out in order to do the trim. because I have the trim now. I bought about 20 feet of this and new paint. And so I'm just gonna paint this, let it dry, and then take the window out tomorrow and put the trim back out there. Because otherwise it'll be difficult to get, I have to get the scaffolding. I was gonna wait till I got new scaffolding, but it's gonna be raining next week. And so I have no choice but to do it now instead of going for a bike ride or working. Yeah. And so what happened was, what I'm finding out, okay, not only was this window destroyed, but there was a fire. Okay, the fire started under the front stairs, came up, and it must have, destroyed. There was a balcony here, the French doors out to a balcony. And at least to the 1970s, it was still there. I've got a picture. It was a Volkswagen Beetle parked out front. It was white stucco. Destroyed it. So they just put this in as a temporary thing. And now that I know, so I want to put a balcony back out there. So I've got the picture, I want to replace this with French doors and have a nice little balcony there, which I didn't know. So it was nice to figure that out. And there's a wall here, and this was two separate rooms, but now this floor is one floor. So there's obviously a floor underneath this floor, and it's probably better than this floor. So I'm gonna have to pull a couple of these boards up and see what's under there and see how damaged it is. Because the fire may have damaged not too much of it, and then of course it'll be two different floors. But I wouldn't care. I'm sure they were pretty nice, so it'd be nice to pull this up and see what's underneath here. But I never do that. But see, it was different. The floor was always different, so I knew there was something going on. But I thought, who knows? But now that I know that this has to be replaced anyway, gonna have to do it. Okay. Another thing to know, see, I did all this white trim, white enamel and everything. Turned out really nice, except what you have are these chips. Anytime you just bump into it, anywhere, you're gonna get these chips flying off, right? Everywhere. You can get chips flying, right? No matter how much you try, you're gonna get this. And this is just gonna be lead paint underneath there. But so tomorrow I'm gonna put this back. So I'm gonna paint this right now. This is nice. Paint your primer. Give it a try, save some time. I don't see. It should dry by tomorrow. Hopefully by tonight, because I have to put the trim on. This goes in beads in the middle. So get that ready, and then pull the window out, put it out there, ready.